Hi, everybody. My name is Melissa Moya Brinkman, and I am a bilingual licensed therapist. I work with clients in Pennsylvania, North Carolina, and South Carolina. I do work with a lot of immigrant children from so many different backgrounds, and I use art as a way to get the children to really open up, especially if they feel uncomfortable talking to somebody. Depending on the culture, some cultures are very private, and so the children learn to be kind of careful with who they share certain information with. I think it's something that we're seeing a lot with different immigrant populations where there's a little bit of a mistrust with systems, and rightfully so. So sometimes the kids will be kind of nervous when they're coming into therapy. The parents might be a little bit nervous too, but maybe they were referred by a pediatrician or the school. So the parents might be a little bit wary. So a way that I build trust with the children that I work with, and I try to show them that I'm somebody that they can trust, they can open up to, that I am an ally, is that I will start doing some like fun art activities with the kids. One of my favorite art activity that I do with kids is the heart feelings activity. So here I drew a heart, and then I drew five squares, and I have the kids pick out five feelings that they were feeling throughout the week. And so kids will say sad, mad, happy, annoyed, confused. And then I have the kids assign a color to that feeling. So if it was like sad, blue, happy, pink, and then I have them color in the heart how much of that feeling they were feeling throughout the week. And then this right here is an awesome tool that gets kids to start opening up. And then they start to tell stories like, I was sad because of this, I was happy because of that. And then the kids start to feel more comfortable. It's fun, it's like no pressure. So I find that art is really helpful with building that rapport with the children that I work with who are immigrants. It's a little bit of an equalizer too. Like sometimes they'll be drawing something, they'll have their heart, and then I'll tell them, okay, now I'm going to draw my heart, and we'll compare hearts and see. And it opens up a dialogue between the two of us. I really like using that activity for that purpose. Um, Also sometimes with the teenagers that I work with, especially like we'll start talking about like the next steps. Are you gonna go to college? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Do you want to open up your own business? Like I start to get these kids to think about what are gonna be some of the next steps that they're gonna take in their lives. And so I might do with them like a collage. So I have an example of one that I made for myself for weight loss. And so I'll like tell them to get like magazines and a paper. Sometimes I provide it for them. And we start to cut out pictures that resonate for them. And I'll tell them to glue it onto a paper, anything that they feel is representative of their goals or where they want to be in the next couple of years. I have them glue it, and then I have them like talk about their goals. Again, like art is such a fantastic tool to use in therapy because it helps to open up the dialogue. Sometimes people are nervous, and talking like this face to face feels really intense and intimidating, especially if these are people who have learned historically to not really trust systems or authority figures. And when we're therapists or we're people working with immigrant families, we are seen as the authority. So, what art does in this setting is that it helps to break down that barrier, and it allows them to start feeling a little bit more comfortable. And it's a great way for them to express themselves so that they don't feel such intense pressure of sitting on a couch and somebody staring at them. Sometimes with the little ones, like the my young clients that are little, like I might do like a little gratitude exercise with them. What I did for Thanksgiving with some of the kids that I work with is I made like little gratitude turkeys, and then I had them spell out their name, and for each letter that they have in their name, they cut out a feather, and then with each letter they had to pick something that they're thankful for. So I'm thankful for my mom, I'm thankful for my cat, I'm thankful for my house, like just little things like that. And it allowed them to talk about all the things in their lives that they do have that they're really thankful for. So that's really how I use art as a way to help my clients reflect. What did this week look like? Sometimes we're so busy. We're running, 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 especially for immigrant families who are navigating systemic oppression, challenges with money, challenges with transportation, depending on the city that they're located in. And the kids are really taking on this weight with their parents. When they come in for a session with me, it's a whole hour of just sitting, pausing, and reflecting on what's going on with their lives. So when we do these little art activities, it's a pause. They can express themselves and they can really process what's been going on with them. So that is pretty much how I use art with my different clients. There are so many good resources on YouTube and Pinterest. I mean, this is just a small fraction of the way in which I use art with clients as a way to get them to reflect about what's going on in their lives, to process anger, grief, sadness, frustration, anxiety, depression. They miss their families and their countries of origin. Like, there's a million ways to be able to use art when working with immigrant families. As far as healing, because I think that art can be so healing. Sometimes you listen to a song and you start to get so emotional and you're like, oh my God, why is this song making me cry? And it's because the lyrics are speaking to us and the lyrics are able to show us what our heart is feeling. And so I think that art can just tap into emotions that maybe we're not conscious of, but are there like unconsciously. And I think that healing is ongoing. It's not a linear, straight line. It's something that we have to always be working on. We'll have wonderful moments, and then things in life will happen, and that's the moment to use the tools that we've been gaining in therapy, or if you're like reading self-help books or listening to positive YouTube videos or whatever, that's the time to use those tools. Art is something that little kids use, the older kids, the teenagers, adults, like vision boards I know are like a big deal for people, kind of like the collage that I made. It's a way to express the needs that you're hoping to meet. And I think that art is just such a beautiful tool to use to help us heal, to help us get connected with ourselves, and to help us communicate better with others. So I hope that this has been a little helpful for anybody who's watching and giving you ideas on some like tangible tools that you can use to connect with the immigrant families that you're working with. Alrighty, thank you so much for watching my video and I hope you guys enjoy. Alrighty, bye.